Donald Trump made his first public appearance since he was elected more than 3 weeks ago. He was at a furnace manufacturer in Indiana that had been planning to send more than 2,000 jobs to Mexico. Mr. Trump's intervention and tax incentives from the state have persuaded the Carrier Corporation to send only 1,300 jobs south of the border, saving 800. Major Garrett has a story.
They say it's not presidential to call up these massive leaders of business. I think it's very presidential.
President-elect Donald Trump called the CEO of Carrier's parent company, United Technologies, directly to discuss keeping the jobs in Indiana.
Companies are not going to leave the United States anymore without consequences. Not going to happen.
During the campaign, Trump threatened to slap import tariffs on companies that sent jobs overseas. But in this case, the state of Indiana provided the company $7 million in tax incentives, something states often do to keep or attract businesses. And Mr. Trump promised lower corporate taxes and fewer regulations. The publicity bang is larger than the national economic impact of saving 1,000 jobs in a labor force of 159 million. But for Carrier workers like Brian Dyson, the reaction was emotional and appreciative.
Crying, relieved, Christmas coming, you know, everybody's heads up.
Don Kennard said it was a promise kept.
I'm very thankful that he did follow through, because he didn't have to. He could have just said that and walked away. But he really did follow through.
All this is a stark contrast to the reaction when Carrier announced in February the jobs were moving to Mexico. Not far from the Carrier plant, manufacturer Rexnord plans to move 300 jobs to Mexico. Brian Reed is an assembler.
Devastated. I can't put it in words. I mean, the 300 people I work with, things just went through my mind, and it just is just devastating.
Reed said he doesn't feel left behind.
With what Mr. Trump did, it does give a sense of hope for the American working class. I don't know that personally it will affect my factory.
At campaign rallies, then, candidate Trump liked to say that he and populist Democrat Bernie Sanders agreed on U.S. trade and how to protect manufacturing jobs here in the United States. But Sanders is highly critical of this Carrier deal, arguing it will only incentivize corporations to threaten to move jobs overseas in order to extract tax breaks or other government concessions. And Scott, at the just concluded first victory rally of President-elect Trump, he announced one of the worst-kept secrets in the Trump transition, that retired Marine Corps General James Mattis would be his choice to lead the Department of Defense. Mattis, 66, a lifelong bachelor, is known as the warrior monk, among the best read of all the generals who have recently retired. And here is how Trump announced the news in Cincinnati.
So we're going to be announcing him on Monday of next week. Keep it inside the room, but that's what we have, and he's our best. They say he's the closest thing to General George Patton that we have, and it's about time. It's about time.
Federal law prohibits a general from leading the Pentagon within 7 years of their retirement. Congress has assured the Trump transition they will waive that law. Scott?
Major Garrett reporting for us tonight. Major, thank you.